Hello there, my name is Lord Theranis, and welcome to the first video in my attempt to create a lore library of sorts for the games I've come to know and love. Many games, especially in the RPG sphere, have rich, detailed backstories. They've got fully built worlds, characters and stories of all shapes and sizes that contribute to the experience we get to enjoy when we play through them. That bounty of lore and world building, though, is both a blessing and a curse. With so much important contextualizing information hidden away in books, items and snippets of dialogue 3 games removed from the one you're playing, it can be nigh on impossible to ever get a full picture of the work that goes into making the world of a game truly feel alive. The aim of this series, and hopefully subsequent ones on a variety of games, isn't to try and catalogue every single little parcel of lore about the games I discuss. That's far too big a job for one man alone. Instead, I'm going to try and bring to light some of my favourite pieces of the interesting and captivating work done by developers and writers that fed into my enjoyment of their games, starting with possibly my favourite series of games out there, Bethesda Game Studio's The Elder Scrolls. My introduction to The Elder Scrolls came with the 4th game in the series, Oblivion. It didn't take long for me to fall in love with Cyrodiil's lush forests, beautiful vistas and rich, complex characters and world. Since then, I've explored the frozen wilds of Skyrim, I've gone back and saved the alien lands of Morrowind from Daggerfall, and even tried my hand at taming the sprawling masses of Daggerfall and Arena. The universe of The Elder Scrolls is vast, complicated, and not without its own share of arcane myths and eldritch complications. There are thousands of places you could start when trying to tell the stories of Nirn, but I've chosen to start at the simplest place I could: Anu, Padomay, and the creation of the universe. So please, join me as we open the pages of the Mysterium Xarxes, and dive into Bethesda's grand creation. Like many universes with a creation myth, the universe of the Elder Scrolls begins with nothing. But in this case, that nothing is in fact something all of its own: the Void. The Void is the space outside of creation, the space where existence could be created, but hasn't. At least, not yet. Then, into the Void appeared 2 spirits, 2 personifications of the primeval forces of the world. Anu, the spirit of law, order and definition, and his brother Padomay, the spirit of chaos, freedom and change. At first, these 2 paradoxical, intrinsically opposite spirits have no conflict. They simply act and react, and in doing so their interplay encloses the void in existence, the Aurbis. The Aurbis is the term used to refer to the universe of the Elder Scrolls as a whole. Tamriel, where the games take place, is merely one continent on one planet on one plane of reality in the totality that is the Aurbis. The Aurbis is creation, and it is the void, and it comes with its own personification, Nier. Nier is the first entity to be feminine, the first she of the Elder Scrolls universe, and like so many ancient myths and stories, her very existence fuels the first conflict. Both Anu and Padomay are said to have loved Nier, but Nier reciprocated the love of only Anu. Embittered by rejection and jealous of his brother's newfound love, Padomay attacked Nier, mortally wounding her before being driven off by Anu. In her death throes, Nier gave birth to 12 planets, the first 12 worlds in creation within the Aurbis. A parting gift to Anu, before leaving him alone in the cosmos. For a time, Anu remained the single primordial force in creation. Padomay had been cast out, and showed no signs of returning to their shared progeny. Life sprung up on the 12 worlds of Nier, and as Anu watched, it began to flourish. But, inevitably, conflict returned once more to the Aurbis. Padomay returned from his exile, his hatred as strong as it had ever been, and shattered the 12 worlds, beginning his conflict with his brother anew. This time, however, Anu would not let his brother threaten creation. He pulled both of them out of time itself, casting their conflict away, far beyond the Aurbis, never to be seen or heard of again by its denizens. All that was left behind were the Atada, spirits created from the spilled blood of the brothers' conflict, and the original architect of the world of the Elder Scrolls as we experience them. That, though, is a story for another time. That is, at the very least, my interpretation of the beginning of the Elder Scrolls universe. I say my interpretation because, like any creation myth, the story of Anu and Padomay isn't always clear, and every gamer has their own particular way of envisioning it. What I find particularly interesting, though, is that that isn't just true for the gamers that play the Elder Scrolls games. It's true in universe as well. Tamriel is made up of many different races and cultures, and several of them have their own distinct versions of this story within the games. The one I've given you is the Elven interpretation. They're the race with the most official canon and semi-canon sources for the creation of the Aurbis and the formation of Nirn, planet on which Tamriel resides. The Red Guards of Hammerfell, though, who came to Tamriel from Yukuda, another continent on Nirn, have a creation myth where Satak, a great snake that existed before the current creation, merged with Akel, its hungry stomach, to create Sartakal, the god of everything. In the cat-like Khajiit of Tamriel's version of the myth, there is no Nyr. Instead, Padomay fills both roles. She is both the litter-mate and wife of Anu, and she eventually dies after she provokes his aggressions with deceptions. There's no correct version of events, and they can be just as unclear in-universe as they are without. That brings me to the end of this video, and the end of the first chapter of my adventure in building this library of lore from my favourite games. I hope you've enjoyed listening, and perhaps learned a thing or two about the vast world of the Elder Scrolls. If you have, please do consider liking and subscribing. It does help me see that my efforts are worthwhile. On the next page of the Mysterium Xarxes, another time will come sooner than we think, as we talk about the Aedra, the Daedra, and the creation of the world of Nirn. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you next time.